Alright, let's all get ready for some social distancing and telemedicine. As we're all getting ready for even more with this virus, we just want to make sure that everybody's prepared for how to do telemedicine well so that we can help you keep your horses healthy in this stressful time. So Vespa here is going to help me model some ways to get the most out of telemedicine. A couple things. Notice I have a good fitting halter on her, so that if I need to control her well to do, videos of various parts of her, I've got something that fits on her really well, so I've got pretty good control over her. We're going to show a couple of things in just different levels of light and dark. It will depend on what area of your horse we need to look at as to whether we need really bright light or really dark light or specific lighting. So we're going to try to answer all those questions. If you guys have more, you can put them in the comments below. And as always, you can contact us with any questions or concerns you've got. So let's go look at how to do telemedicine with eyeballs. Okay, so for eyes, one of the keys is that you want to find a dark space where you can control the light. So we are going into the darkest spot we can find, which at the moment is going to be in her stall. Into her stall, and then to manage her head, what I'm going to do is I put my hand sort of over her nose, kind of down the long side of her face so that I can help control it. Then I've got the halter held firmly, but I'm not pulling on her right now. I'm just controlling everything, okay? And then to get good video of eyes, the trick is try not to touch them. And then we're going to bring in a light source from another phone so that we can better get a look at her eye. So I bring a light source from far away. There we go. And then we bring the video in and try to get all different angles of the eye from back, coming around to front. Then we're going to go up and down. And she's going to help here by moving. So see how I'm trying to help hold her still? The other thing that you can do on eyes, if there's a specific spot, turn this light off, but if there's a specific spot that we need to see on an eye, one of the other things that you can do is really move the head side to side and up and down, and it'll help get some of those lower and side to side areas visible in the camera. I will say for eyes, videos often end up being easiest because you get a fleeting moment of a look there, and I can always pause the video later. So trying to get us more information than we need is always better than trying to get us just that right piece of a picture. Okay, let's talk lacerations. This is probably the most common use for telemedicine that we have. And there's a couple of tips. One, notice we're out in the bright sunlight. You want to get us the absolute best possible light you can. Sending me a picture from a dark barn aisle where I'm like, I think there's a laceration there is less than helpful. We also have, if you notice, the sun is behind me or behind our camera. That's why I'm squinting. That's perfect because we don't have shadows on our simulated wounds here. And that makes, like I said, lighting is the big deal. There's a couple things on wounds we want. One is that I want a very close-up shot of the wound. So we're going to come in. I want to see all the aspects of our simulated wound. But if you notice right now, while the camera is close, you can't tell anything about where that wound is. I've got nothing. I know that it's on a chestnut part of this horse, but that's all I know. So give me a close-up, but then back up so that I can figure out where we are on the anatomy. If possible, especially on legs, if I can have video from the front and the back as well to assess if there's swelling going on. Again, if you follow the rule to try and get us as much information as you possibly can, that's really important. And here's the reason it's important. On this leg, we've put two simulated wounds, right? We've got this one that's bigger. We've got this one that's really small. This is a life-threatening wound right here. If you give me an up-close shot of this, all I can tell is that it's on a leg. Well, all I can tell is it's on a white part, right? I can't necessarily tell that it's on the tendon sheath right here until you back out a little bit, and that this is a location that can be very life-threatening for this horse. So again, give me a close-up, give me a far away, If possible, give me all the angles around it. Again, there's a theme here. The more information you can give us, the better job we can do assessing what's going on with your horse. One of the things that's really helpful to us is a good lameness video. So we're going to show you a couple things not to do. Notice I can't see the horse's feet in that video, and we're sort of just wandering around aimlessly. There's sort of no attention paid to what pace she's going. She's kind of draggy. She's not towards me or away from me directly. So what we really want is that your leader has a hold of them. They've got an appropriate slack in the reins, and or the lead rope rather. And if you watch, we're going to walk straight away from the camera until I can see all the feet, get a couple of steps there. Then he's going to walk straight back towards the camera. Preferably, see how he turned left there? So my preference would be that when he comes back and turns around, he turns right so that I get both directions. And notice that I got a little bit of straight on both ways. I can move the camera a little. Okay, so we're gonna trot straight away from the camera. Ta-da! And then we're gonna turn. You can walk at the turn, that's fine, and then you're gonna trot straight back towards the camera. There you go. And like I said, making sure I can see the feet. And then what I'd like to see is that I can see some trot across the camera again. So right there, he's a little bit close, so I would have him go a little bit farther away. I want to see all 4 feet trotting through the camera. There we go. Perfect. Now, additionally, the other thing that we're going to want to see is if your horse does something in particular. Let's say it's turning the right or turning the first barrel, coming into a jump in a certain way, the lope transition, whatever that is. If you've got video of that, you can send it to us as well. The key is that, again, we want to see on the flat so that we see walk and trot plain, and then we see whatever that thing is where you are experiencing the issue under saddle. Hope that helps with your telemedicine plan. Again, give us a call or comment if you have any questions.